his ceiling isn't kind of untapped because of his like
Yeah.
where he is sitting in terms of the pecking order. And he's not making much, but I'm sure the Raptors love him. And it would be tough to get him, but that would be a player that I would love to put like alongside Luka and all these other guys. But
I'll just say he is 5 inches shorter than PJ Washington, probably a little bit more shorter than PJ. He's more of like a 6'4", 6'5" on a good day, and PJ Washington is like a 6'9", 6'8", something on a good
yeah,
day, which makes a
yeah,
sizable difference on the wings. You know what I mean? Like
fair.
I could for what it's worth, Ochai does do a decent job of guarding up in position. He's similar to Marcus Smart in that realm where like he's sturdy and stout, so he can do it. But in terms of like positional functional size, Ochai doesn't necessarily have that as much. I will say he makes a ton of sense next to Luka Doncic. And the comparison I would make is Josh Green from the Dallas Mavericks when he was on the Dallas Mavericks. He's kind of like similar, has had moments where he shot the ball well. Honestly, truthfully, I didn't get a chance to watch him a ton in Charlotte last season. But from what I can see is like he's a very good 3&D player, a little bit undersized compared to what you would want typically for a 3&D guy. Royce O'Neal is another guy that kind of pops out to mind, similar concept.
Yeah.
But those guys know how to play up in size just because they're so sturdy. And so Ochai does something similar to that. Sorry, I just wanted to mention that, but I interrupted.
No, I let me clarify too. It's just I think it was more of a kind of like diamond in the rough type of situation where
like
comparing.
I got you.
Just finding, because like okay, Lakers always like this is I'll vent a little bit. Lakers always get linked to like big name players, like a Wiggins type guy. So it's like thinking like outside the box and like a move that kind of moves it within the margins. And I think like in terms of what Agbaji makes, and you could probably throw in some like sweeteners in there to kind of make it work in the sense that like okay, the Raptors do have other players, like you said, like you just drafted Boyle and these other players that do need minutes and time.
Yeah, look, like the Raptors are above the luxury tax right now by a couple $1 million. And so they don't necessarily need to do that, kind of adjust that tomorrow, but they have until this time next year or a little bit earlier, probably like end of June, to be able to sort it out and get under the luxury tax. Ochai kind of is one of those guys that people are wondering if they end up trading just because he is also extension eligible, or, there's other options out there, but just something to keep in mind, especially when it comes to the Lakers targets and whatnot.